Welcome to Vibe Check. This is a offering a class, a opportunity to come together a couple times a week or a couple times, one time during the week, a couple times during the month to check in, to cultivate a stronger presence, deeper awareness, and embark on a journey of self-discovery to leave you with some practical tools, insights, stress reducing practices, resources, and activities and strategies that you can implement into your daily life. My shirt feels a little loose. I'm trying to shrink this again or what. But anyway, I'm Ian Davis. I'm TA certified mindfulness and meditation teacher. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Why, Mike, welcome. Jonathan, welcome to Vibe Check here in the Mindful Creative. As you think about resetting this week, I want to talk a little bit about keeping our peace. What does that look like to keep our peace? On Monday, I published or wrote about just riding the wave and had the opportunity to go to the beach every day. I didn't go today because I have this and then I have another class I teach in person. But I had the opportunity to go to the beach, and sitting there, I see surfers all the time. And there was this one particular surfer that was just riding each wave that came to him, and he was crushing it. And so that made me, I talked about riding the wave, but as I think about today, as I think about this midweek reset, this vibe check, how do we keep our peace? What are the things that we are doing to keep our peace, to not be stressed, to be present in each moment, right? What does that look like for each and every one of us? It's different. It's different. There's things that you can do. You can be walking to keep your peace. You can listen to a song. You can eat a food. There's so many things that you can do to keep your peace, but what does that look like when you don't have the opportunity to leave your environment? What does it look like to keep your peace, right? Even today, right, on my way to the studio I'm at the moment, was driving, and I said out loud, I said, this must be the day people are doing, and I'm in the car by myself, people are just doing dumb things on the road, right? And normally, and I did honk, because I think there has to be a level of awareness and accountability to let somebody know, like, hey, you just did something stupid or ridiculous. But when I think about keeping the peace, right, how many times are we reacting in situations versus responding in situations? How many times are we letting somebody know that they got the best of us? They got us in this moment. That, I gotcha, right? And that's when you think about like trolls. I know that's an internet terminology, but that's a lot of the times when people feel like they got the best of you and they know they gotten under your skin. It's like they won, right? And so, how do we keep our peace? What does that look like? I have a friend who we play. We're both competitive. We're alike in so many ways, and we play in a kickball league together. And this particular friend, I've seen him get to competitive, discourse and dialogue and arguments and like friendly rivalry and banter. And then, yeah, I had the opportunity to play this friend heads up in a game. And wow, I whipped his ass and my team whipped his team's ass uh, twice. One game we tied, and the next game it was a full on beating. And so we're in a group chat, and I recall just reflecting on the game and having the friendly banter, and I kept it respectable. But I had to realize as we continued to go on in the discourse that this particular friend, in this capacity of this banter, and our competitive spirit, is a troll, right? When he knows that he can get under your skin, it's like, I got you. How many times do we not ride the wave and allow things to get under our skin? And those things win. I got you. Right. Versus versus noticing when we're not feeling good, or when we're not at our best, or whatever the case or the feeling or the emotion or the situation may be. How many times do we let things, people, objects get the best of us versus keeping our peace and noticing like, I didn't like that. There's a level of acknowledgement and awareness that we can have without necessarily caving into the thing to keep our own peace. How do we find our peace and how do we keep our peace? I think finding our peace is something that we have internally. It's not something we have to go externally for. It might be that song, it might be that walk. Pardon me. It might be doing something that pours into you. It might be talking to a person, it might be watching something. Each of us has a different way that we can tap into our peace, but it's already there, right? When you think about when you were in your mother's stomach, or even when you came out and born, and when you were an infant and sleeping, right? You had that peace, right? You naturally have it, just like you naturally have happiness. We actually talked about that with Hawaii a while ago, a couple of years ago, in Mindful Creative. But finding our peace isn't something we have to search for. I think it's just something we have to tap back into. How do we find our peace? Keeping our peace, right? What are the practices that we're doing each day? How do we start our day? Do we start our day chaotic? Do we start our day with havoc? Or do we start our day with ease? Right? How we start our day, I believe, which is why I created my journal, my daily vibe. How we start our day, I believe, impacts how the rest of our day is. What we do when we wake up, what are the practices that we do? Do we have time to ourselves? Do we have time to disconnect and just be fully present in what is? Being present in what is. That's peace, in my opinion. I want to tap into the comments, anything that is coming up for either one of you that's resonating with you as far as finding and keeping your peace. Would love to hear from you. And if not, that's okay too. Don't want to put you on the spot, but also want to just dive into a quick practice with this vibe check as we think about finding and keeping our peace. Is something that comes from within, but we have access to these different modalities and things to keep our peace. So there's no comments. Let's just dive into a quick practice. I want to invite you to get yourself into a comfortable seat, on a chair, on a cushion. Allow your back to be straight, but not too upright and tight. Finding a resting place for your hands. Feeling your body in the cushion or the seat that you're on. Feeling your feet on the ground, whether they're planted or maybe they're to the side, your legs are crossed. Just feeling your feet. If you haven't already, shuttering your eyes closed. Feeling the pulse in and through your body. Feeling your body breathing. Now bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing your inhale. Noticing your exhale. Noticing the peace and the ease that comes with your breathing. Noticing the peace and the ease that comes with your breathing. It's something natural. It's already there. You don't even have to try to breathe. It's just something that you're already doing. Peace is there. Slowly experiencing each inhale, breath going in through your nose, and slowly experiencing each exhale, that breath going through your nose. Peace, the ease with the breath. And you're ready to, and you're ready, just bringing to mind something that you are grateful for in this moment. Something or someone that you are grateful for in this moment. Seeing what arises in your body as you bring to mind something, someone you're grateful for. Allowing the peace that comes with this gratitude to fill your awareness. When you're ready, bringing your awareness back to your breath, releasing that gratitude. Slowly taking a deep inhale in and up through your nose, expanding your chest or your belly like a balloon. Exhaling and releasing down and out through your mouth. Again, taking a deep inhale in and up through your nose, expanding your chest and your belly like a balloon. Exhaling and releasing down and out through your mouth. Last time together, taking a deep inhale in and up through your nose. Exhaling and releasing down and out through your mouth. Thinking about the rest of your day, the rest of your week, maybe bringing to mind an intention, something that you hope, you wish, or you intend to fulfill, accomplish, or be. Comes up as an intention for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. When you're ready, you can slowly bring some movement back into your body. Maybe look at your fingertips or your toes. Maybe roll your neck, your wrists, or your shoulders. Fluttering your eyes open, bringing yourself back into the space that you're in. I want to dedicate the merit and energy of this practice for the benefit of all beings to live with peace and ease. Be free from any harm or suffering. Thank you. Finding and keeping your peace. Finding and keeping your peace. What does that look like? I want to just provide any space, any opportunity. If there's any reflections on the practice that you want to drop in the chat, feel free to do so. If not, that's all good too. I don't know, Jonathan, where you're based at, but I am based in Los Angeles. If so, I am starting September 16th. I'll be teaching a mindfulness-based stress reduction class. I will be putting that out. The recap of this this vibe check today in the Substack. So I'll go out today and I'll put a link for the MBSR class. Feel free if you're in the Los Angeles area, it will be in person. So to join that, it'll be an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction class at Cal State University Northridge every Tuesday from starting September 16th from 4 to 7:30. Tuesday, September 16th through November 4th, 4 to 7:30. So I hope this practice, this vibe check allowed you to be present in what is, to check in with yourself, reflect on your gratitude, reflect on how you can keep your peace. Wishing you an amazing rest of your day, rest of your week. Be well, stay mindful. Peace.